Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where we embark on a journey through the annals of time, unraveling the mysteries of the life and times of the Pharaohs. As we delve into the earliest history of this magnificent civilization, let us begin by setting the stage for the grand tapestry that is about to unfold. In the scorching deserts of northeastern Africa, where the Nile River flows like a lifeblood, the precursors to the pharaonic civilization began to emerge around 5,500 BCE. It was during this period, known as the Neolithic period, that the first farmers and herders settled in the Nile Valley, laying the groundwork for the complex societies that would eventually give rise to the Great Pyramids and mighty pharaohs. As we travel back in time to the pre-dynastic period, around 4000 BCE, we find ourselves in the midst of a thriving cultural landscape. The Nile River, with its annual floods and fertile silt, had created a narrow strip of arable land that supported a growing population. It was here, in the villages and towns of Upper and Lower Egypt, that the earliest Egyptians developed a sophisticated system of agriculture, architecture, and governance. One of the most significant developments during this period was the emergence of hieroglyphic writing, which enabled the Egyptians to record their history, mythology, and cultural practices. This innovation, dating back to around 3200 BCE, marked a major milestone in the evolution of Egyptian civilization, as it allowed for the creation of complex administrative systems, literary works, and artistic expressions. As we navigate the intricate web of cultural, economic, and environmental factors that gave rise to the pharaonic civilization, we encounter key figures such as King Narmer, who is often credited with unifying Upper and Lower Egypt around 3100 BCE. This pivotal event marked the beginning of the early dynastic period, a time of great upheaval and transformation, as the Egyptians began to consolidate their power and establish a strong, centralized state. We also find ourselves in the presence of the enigmatic Scorpion King, a legendary figure who is believed to have ruled over Upper Egypt during the proto-dynastic period. Although much about his reign remains shrouded in mystery, it is clear that he played a significant role in shaping the course of Egyptian history, paving the way for the great pharaohs who would follow in his footsteps. As we explore the earliest history of the life and times of the pharaohs, we begin to appreciate the complex interplay between geography, climate, and human ingenuity that gave rise to this magnificent civilization. We see how the early Egyptians developed a profound reverence for the natural world, worshipping gods and goddesses such as Isis, Osiris, and Ra, who governed the cosmos and ensured the fertility of the land. The city of Abydos, with its sacred necropolis and grand temples, became a major center of spiritual and funerary practices during this period. The Egyptians believed that the city was the gateway to the afterlife, and it was here that they would bury their dead, accompanied by elaborate rituals and offerings to ensure a safe passage into the next world. As we reach the threshold of this magnificent journey, poised on the cusp of a new era, the precursors to the pharaonic civilization give way to the grand tapestry of the life and times of the pharaohs. In our next segment, we shall embark upon a thrilling exploration of the most resplendent period in Egyptian history, an age marked by unparalleled artistic achievement, architectural innovation, and imperial grandeur, as the Great Pyramids of Giza rise from the desert sands, and the legendary pharaohs, such as Khufu, Sneferu, and Ramses II, leave their indelible mark on the annals of history. Join me as we venture into the heart of this captivating narrative, where the majestic pyramids, the enigmatic sphinxes, and the legendary pharaohs await our arrival. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we continue our journey through the annals of time, unraveling the mysteries of the life and times of the pharaohs. This is the era of the Great Pyramids of Giza, where the legendary pharaohs, such as Khufu, Sneferu and Ramses II left their indelible mark on the annals of history. As we venture into this captivating narrative, we find ourselves in the midst of a golden age where Egyptian culture reached new heights of sophistication and complexity. The Old Kingdom, which spanned from approximately 2613 to 2181 BCE, was a time of great prosperity and stability, marked by a strong centralized government, a thriving economy, and a rich cultural landscape. One of the most iconic symbols of this era is, of course, the Great Pyramid of Giza, built during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu around 2580 BCE. This towering monument, with its precise geometry and sheer scale, stands as a testament to the ingenuity and skill of the ancient Egyptian architects and engineers. The pyramid's construction required an enormous workforce, with estimates suggesting that tens of thousands of laborers were involved in its building. But the Great Pyramid is more than just an impressive feat of engineering. It is also a window into the spiritual and funerary practices of the ancient Egyptians. The pyramid was believed to be a bridge between the earthly realm and the afterlife, providing a means for the pharaoh to ascend to the heavens and become one with the gods. The intricate hieroglyphs and reliefs that adorn the pyramid's walls and chambers offer a glimpse into the complex mythology and symbolism of ancient Egyptian culture. As we explore this period further, we encounter other legendary pharaohs, such as Sneferu, who built 2 pyramids at Dashur, and Khafre, who constructed the 2nd pyramid at Giza. Each of these rulers left their mark on Egyptian history, expanding the empire's borders, promoting trade and commerce, and fostering a culture of artistic and architectural innovation. The art of this period is characterized by its grandeur and elegance, with imposing stone statues, intricate reliefs, and vivid paintings that adorn the walls of temples and tombs. The Sphinx of Giza, with its enigmatic smile and majestic presence, is another iconic symbol of this era, believed to have been built during the reign of Khafre. As we delve deeper into this captivating narrative, we find ourselves in the midst of a vibrant cultural landscape, where literature, music, and dance flourished. The ancient Egyptians developed a rich tradition of storytelling, with tales of gods and goddesses, heroes and villains that have been passed down through the centuries. The city of Memphis, with its grand temples and bustling marketplaces, became a major center of culture and commerce during this period. The Egyptians traded extensively with their neighbors, exchanging goods such as grains, livestock, and precious metals for exotic spices, textiles, and other luxury items. As we reach the pinnacle of this golden age, we are struck by the sheer scale and complexity of ancient Egyptian civilization. From the majestic pyramids to the intricate hieroglyphs, from the imposing stone statues to the vivid paintings, every aspect of this culture speaks to a profound reverence for the natural world, a deep understanding of the human condition, and a boundless creativity that continues to inspire us to this day. In our next segment, we shall explore the tumultuous period that followed the Old Kingdom as Egypt faced internal strife, external threats, and environmental challenges that would test the very foundations of its civilization. Join me as we venture into the fascinating world of the Middle Kingdom, where pharaohs such as Mentuhotep II and Ahmose I would rise to power, and the Egyptians would once again demonstrate their remarkable resilience and adaptability in the face of adversity. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we continue our journey through the annals of time, unraveling the mysteries of the life and times of the pharaohs. This is the era of the Middle Kingdom, which spanned from approximately 2040 to 1750 BCE, a time of great upheaval and transformation. As we explore this period, we find ourselves in the midst of a power vacuum, where regional governors and nobles vied for control, and the pharaonic authority was severely weakened. The first intermediate period, which lasted from around 2181 to 1991 BCE, was marked by a decline in the central government's power and the rise of local dynasties. However, it was during this time that the city of Thebes, with its powerful priests and nobles, began to emerge as a major force in Egyptian politics. The Theban rulers, such as Mentuhotep II, who reunified Egypt around 2040 BCE, would play a crucial role in restoring the pharaonic authority and laying the foundations for the Middle Kingdom. The Middle Kingdom was a time of great cultural and artistic achievement, with the development of new literary forms, such as the Tales of the Gods and the Wisdom texts. The Egyptians also made significant advances in medicine, mathematics, and architecture, with the construction of temples, tombs, and palaces that rivaled those of the Old Kingdom. One of the most notable pharaohs of this period was Ahmose I, who ruled from around 1570 to 1546 BCE, and is credited with expelling the Hyksos, a Semitic people who had invaded Egypt during the Second Intermediate Period. The Hyksos had introduced new military technologies, such as the chariot, which would become a key component of the Egyptian army. As we delve deeper into this period, we find ourselves in the midst of a complex web of international relations, with Egypt interacting with its neighbors, including the Nubians to the south, the Syrians and Palestinians to the northeast, and the Mycenaeans to the northwest. The Egyptians traded extensively with these regions, exchanging goods such as grains, livestock, and precious metals for exotic spices, textiles, and other luxury items. The art of this period is characterized by its elegance and refinement, with intricate reliefs, vivid paintings, and imposing stone statues that adorn the walls of temples and tombs. The Temple of Karnak at Luxor, with its hypostyle hall and obelisks, is a testament to the grandeur and sophistication of Middle Kingdom architecture. As we reach the end of this period, we are struck by the resilience and adaptability of the Egyptian civilization, which had faced numerous challenges, and yet managed to maintain its cultural identity and continue to thrive. The Middle Kingdom laid the foundations for the New Kingdom, which would see Egypt rise to even greater heights of power and prosperity. In our next segment, we shall explore the New Kingdom, where pharaohs such as Hatshepsut, Thutmose III, and Ramses II would expand Egypt's borders, foster a culture of grandeur and opulence, and leave an indelible mark on the annals of history. Join me as we venture into the fascinating world of ancient Egypt's imperial age. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.